gimp and this chick over here, and that's what I'm here to do.
Wait, did you just call me a gimp?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the like creepy fucking terminology, dude. Like, is it gimp?
Wait, why would
you could say simp?
Simp? I think this. Don't you think there's a little more going on there than simping? The dude's on a fucking chain, lady. You know what I mean? He's like on a fucking chain. You're holding his chain.
Yeah, but a gimp, isn't that when you're disabled?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the proper term now. I thought gimps were like the weirdos who wore the ball gags and put on the masks and shit. I don't know.
I think the politically correct term is slave.
Yeah, I mean, you can call me. You can just refer to me as my queen slave or her slave. Just as a slave.
I think Mr. Slave would be the easiest because otherwise it doesn't get too long-winded. Okay.
I don't know why you keep calling him Mister. It's just slave.
Just slave. Okay. Just slave. Okay.
Yeah,
slave.
It's very South Park-ish. But anyway, yeah, I'll let you guys open. As my understanding is that he was the challenger, right?
Yeah, because I heard you. Well, your name is Andrew. So I heard you on Alex's channel in the last debate. You crucified Alex. You berated Alex for having a guy on a leash on the show. And Alex basically asked for forgiveness, more or less. Not exactly, but Alex didn't defend this position, but you were on the attack. So I was wondering, so as soon as I heard that, I wanted to have you on and explain, why would you attack Alex for having me and my queen on this show, on Alex's show?
Okay, so let me just dive right in and help you out. So from my perspective, everything that's wrong with Western society can literally be pointed out to all of humanity by what's going on right this second, which is a man on the floor with a woman's chain wrapped around his neck. And he seems to think that that's totally appropriate, totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, you seem to just be having the time of your life. Now, the fact that that's even going on at all, in my mind, is sick, twisted, disturbed, but an accurate representation of why all of humanity in the West is completely fucked. So that's why I was going at Alex for that.
So explain this position, defend this position. Why? How am I relevant to the West decline? Let's call it, or whatever. The West is fucked. How am I relevant? How is me sitting here having a good time? How is this relevant to the universe? How is it relevant to the universe?
How is it relevant? I didn't say the universe.
Let me help you. Let me help you. I'll help you. Why should the universe care? Why should you care? Why should anybody in the universe care about what we're doing here?
So let me try to frame this the best way that I possibly can. Okay, you're next to a woman on your knees. You understand this, right?
Yeah, basically, I'm next to her. I'm next to her.
And you realize that this is being filmed to men all over the place, right?
Yes, and I'm doing this exactly because I want to stop the shame. I want people,
No, there needs to be more shame. See, so here's what I can gather just in like 15 seconds, right? You're on a chain next to a chick way out of your league. You're on your knees and you're doing whatever that she wants because you're hoping that one day you can seal the deal. Is that about to sum it up for you?
Absolutely. I hope to marry her one day.
Yeah. Well, not only is that a huge fail, right, and is never going to happen, and you're an idiot, but on top of that, it sends the exact wrong message to the rest of Western humanity, which is that this needs to work the opposite way. You should be in the fucking chair. She should be making you a fucking sandwich right now, right? And by the way, she would respect you a lot more if she was making the sandwich right now.
Wow.
I mean, I don't want to call you names, but
Alex, I hate him.
The truth hurts,
You need
I
him?
don't know. It's maybe the truth for him, but I I can't really vouch for any other women that wouldn't want to be in my position.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time. You couldn't what?
I don't think that any other woman would not want to be in my position right now.
No, none of them.
I don't think any women
None of
would want to
them.
be making sandwiches for
What's wrong with
men
making a
and
fucking
women.
sandwich?
There's nothing wrong with making sandwiches for your woman. Because you should take
wait
care,
a second.
you should take
Wait
care
a
of your
second.
woman.
Have you ever worked in a bar?
Yes, I have.
I just had the feeling that you might have. How many sandwiches did you make in the bar, sweetheart?
Actually, none. Why would you make
You didn't
sandwiches
make
in a
it.
bar?
How many sandwiches
What
did
bars
you
do
bring
go
to your? How many sandwiches did you bring to your customers in the
No.
bar?
Why would I deliver? It's a bar. We deliver alcohol.
You never. So you never worked it. Never worked as wait staff anywhere.
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Now that you asked me a second time, yeah, you're right. Actually, I did.
Well, the reason I ask is because it's like a top level job for women, right? Most women are in the service industry, just so you know. Like most have had some type of serving job. Now you might wonder why that is. You might wonder why so many women are attracted to service work.
Yeah, because your life is so great. That's why you're smoking cigarettes, right?
What's wrong with smoking cigarettes?
I don't know. I don't know. You're trying to kill yourself?
Well, no, I'm not trying to kill myself. I'm trying to keep myself sane. I'm talking to a man who's leashed on the ground. I need nicotine to keep my fucking objectivity.
This is
here.
completely voluntary.
It is voluntary, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to demonstrate just how insane this is. So let me ask you a question, just out of curiosity. Right?
Yeah.
So I see that Mr. Slave over there has like what I would normally refer to as dum-dum glasses. It's like the big Coke bottle weirdo glasses that you see on people. My guess is, Mr. Slave, the chick's out of your league, right?
Difficult to say. I mean, previous girlfriends that I've had were almost always super hot. My last girlfriend was.
Yeah, right. Yeah, fucking right. You ain't never had no hot girlfriend in your life. You're on a leash on the ground, bro. Do you not recognize where you are? You think anybody's gonna believe that you have a bunch of super hot women who are just after you? Come on, dude.
Look, I'm anonymous. I have no reason to lie. Why would I want to lie? I'm telling you the truth.
So that you can save face and you don't look like what obviously you are, which is a guy on the floor with a chain around your neck, being humiliated in front of all of your peers, being laughed at and mocked, as well you should be, because you're allowing a woman to hold a fucking chain while you're sitting on the floor. What is wrong with you, man?
Okay, I mean, as I asked you, my first question to you remains: why should you care? Why should the universe care? Why should anybody care?
I don't know. You keep framing it wrong. I didn't say the universe cares. I said that this is a great symbolization, a great symbol for everything wrong in Western society, which is men groveling for women. Because for some reason, men seem to think that they need to grovel for women. They need to get on their knees for women. They need to let women hold the chain in any type of exchange or relationship they have.
Without us, you wouldn't have anyone in the world.
Women should be honored. Nobody says that women shouldn't be. That doesn't mean
that
there's not. That doesn't mean that there's not a proper function. That's not honor.
He's bowing to me.
That's not honoring you.
Oh, he honors me.
No, how does he honor you? How much money does it take for him to honor you? How much money does it take before you feel honored, honey?
Actually, he doesn't pay me. I let him.
You just do it out of the goodness of your heart?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I have clients, yes, but
wait. You have other men who pay you to do this same shit?
Absolutely.
Right. So your job is to show up and humiliate men?
Yes.
Don't you think just
for a lot of money and people in a much, much higher up position than you are right now?
Well, Mr. Slave, if
Mr. Slave is actually a
just
great
go with
researcher.
Mr. fucking Slave, I guess. I mean, if you just wanted to spend all of your money and be humiliated by a woman, why don't you just marry a bitch and get divorced in 10 years like the rest of everybody else? Why go through all the bullshit, the pain and the agony when you could just go marry some skank, She could divorce you in 10 years and take all your money, and you can just, humiliate yourself that way.
Then I wouldn't have an interaction with her. This way I have an interaction.
Yeah, but I mean, you're paying for the interact. I mean, I know she says you're not paying, right? I get it. Right? She's just doing it out of the goodness of her heart, right? Just for you, not for other clients, just for you.
Well,
I'm
he
just
does
going to
my
grant
laundry.
it.
He does my chores for me.
Wait, how does he do your chores for you?
So same way he does his own chores. I don't know.
Do
How
you,
do you do your chores?
do you hold this leash while he does the dishes?
No, I don't. I'm usually not even here.
Wait, so you just leave and he just cleaned your whole house?
Yes.
And then do you go over to another client's house and have him pay you big bucks to do the same shit to him?
I'll do whatever I want. Yeah, I'll go to clients' houses. I'll go to my Alpha's houses. Yeah, I'll do whatever I want. I'll have him drive me.
So tell me, Mr. Slave, you feel like that's a good arrangement? And you come over and you clean her house so that she can sit on the floor and humiliate you?
Why do you keep giggling? Like I don't
Well,
want to say
what I'm doing, I want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be any confusion. I'm laughing at you.
No, you're
That's
not.
why I
You're
keep
pretending.
giggling.
No. That's not true laughter. You're pretending to be laughing.
No. I assure you, sir, it's 100% authentic laughter.
I don't buy it.
100,000%, hand to God, it's authentic.
I don't buy it.
In fact, I've been holding back laughing since you came on camera, to be perfectly honest with you. How can people not laugh at you? Come on, man. It's humiliating. What the hell is wrong with you?
Okay, I'm going to ask
Like, why don't you get up and
again.
look at that chick and be like, get
Wait,
the fuck
Andrew,
outta
Andrew,
here.
let him respond. Let him respond. He's about to ask a question.
Hey, Andrew, to answer the question, why do you care?
I already told you. I've answered this 3 times.
But why though?
Because a
Why
person
is it-
like you who's willing to come on camera, whether I'm on camera or not, you would be with somebody else. You seem to like it. You seem to like to demonstrate, how you enjoy getting humiliated by women in front of everybody. And like I said several times already, it's the perfect symbolism for what's wrong with Western society, where the roles are so fucked up, you don't recognize that everything's always been inside your control. You don't have to sit on the floor like a dog and be humiliated and be humbled by some broad. Like, like, who cares, man? Like, get up off the fucking floor and get some self-respect and dignity, brother.
No, you don't seem to understand.
I don't. You're right. Explain it.
All right. So this is what I enjoy. This is what I want. I don't want her to be subservient to me. I've had girlfriends who were subservient to me. I have girlfriends who are subservient to me. I don't enjoy it. Certainly not as much as I enjoy being subservient to a beautiful woman.
So, just out of curiosity, why does it have to be one person has to be subservient to the other?
This is what I enjoy.
Yeah, no, I know. We get it. You enjoy it, right? You might just be like one of those run-of-the-mill sick fucks, right? We get that. I understand that. You might just,
Why?
You need to put the cuckoo back in the clock. I get that.
Wait,
but
no.
You're still
Hold
a great
on.
symbol for everything that's going wrong in the West.
No, hold on. Please avoid, name calling, ad hominems, personal
I would
attacks.
prefer not to. That's one of my favorite parts of doing this.
Okay, it's a logical fallacy, right? If this is a debate, then you're losing the debate.
An ad hom would be a logical fallacy, but I'm not using ad homs. I'm using personal insults, and those are tied directly into my actual argument, which is that it's disgusting to me and horrific to me to see a man on the floor with a chain and a woman holding it. And he goes, but I like it, BPA. Andrew, I think it's swell. This is the best that I could do it. Come on, man. What the hell is wrong with you?
I mean, you're not here by my feet.
I'll tell you more. I am here. My purpose, I would say one of my purposes is to make you feel disgusted.
You're doing a great job.
That's what I want. I want men like you and men like Alex, dominant men. I want you to see this and be sick to your stomach. Just as I am sick to my stomach when I hear you telling men like me to ask beautiful women like my queen to get up and make me a sandwich. I feel so disgusted by that statement that I want you to see this and feel the disgust that I feel for that statement that you made.
So let me
I
tell
don't
you.
know how you feel when you see this, when you see me, but when I hear you talking about telling women to make men a sandwich, that is simply disgusting to me. Nothing more. Just disgusting.
Well, I mean, you can't take the high ground while you're sitting on your knees, brother. But that aside, let me help you out with something else. Just something I think that might be helpful for you to understand. See, I think that you're right, that you do want people to feel absolute disgust with what's going on right now, that you want them to feel revulsion and all of this. See, I think that the real thrill for you isn't that you like it, that the real thrill is that you're just a perverted son of a bitch. And the thing that gives you the thrill and the thing that makes it fun is that it's taboo. And if it wasn't taboo, I don't think you would do it. See, I think people like you get their sick, twisted thrills out of the things they think society doesn't want them to do.
Okay, so I'll fill you in. I've had. I'm sorry.
I know I can't, but I'm not going to.
No, she seems very unhappy with you right now.
So
she seems very upset with you, very cross.
Let him make his point. Let him make his point. All right, go ahead.
All right. So why do I enjoy this. I mean, this is the porn that I watch when I'm alone. This is the time. This is exactly the porn. So it's not that I enjoy having other people watch me. Having other people watch me, I'm doing this for the benefit of humanity and for the benefit of my queen. I want to get her more clients. And I want to help the universe. I want to help humanity and men like me stop feeling shame. That's why I'm doing it in public.
Well, wait a second. Saying that the type of porn that you enjoy watching is the same exact thing that you're doing right now, that just yields my point. It just goes to my point that you're only doing this because you feel like people have revulsion and it's taboo, and that's what you're attracted to doing. You're attracted to doing horrific things that you think will make people upset, right? It's called edgy boy syndrome. Yeah, it's just another form of edgy boy syndrome. But not only that, let me ask you a question. What was your relationship like with your mama and your papa? I'm guessing not so good.
Well, as I was about to explain, so I have a theory. I mean, we came up with a theory. We have discussed this, me and my queen. Why do some men like me enjoy being humiliated? And why do some men like Alex and probably like you enjoy being dominant men towards women? So there's apparently there's this.
Where did this idea come from that I like to be dominant with women?
I don't know. I was assuming it's not necessary.
Right. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Make your point. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. I mean, some men, there's a spectrum. I have to assume, I don't have any research, there's a spectrum of dominance and subservience for both men and women. Like some men need to enjoy being dominant over women, and some women enjoy being subservient to men. And on the other side of the spectrum, some men enjoy being subservient and some women enjoy being dominant. So there seems to be a full spectrum on both sexes. So the question is, what causes this? Why did I become subservient?
Because you got fucked up parents, right?
Yeah. But the same is true. The same is true for men who are dominant. For Alex.
Oh
It
no,
goes
I got a
back-
feeling that Alex probably has a pretty good relationship with his parents. Just
No, yeah, Mr. Slave. I've said this before. I have a great relationship with my parents. I'm super.
like I
close to them.
said, I kind of figured it, right? You can tell the well-adjusted in society from the men on the floors with the chains around their neck, Mr. Slave. And you can usually make an indicator real quick, which is that mommy and daddy were real fucked up. And I don't know if it was sexual molestation or if it was brutal physical abuse, but they fucked you up real bad, man. And by the way, is that her place or your place?
It doesn't
Where's
matter.
your mom?
Well, I'm just wondering because I thought that she said you did all the chores and that place looks like a mess. So I'm just saying.
Well, we moved the furniture around. Anyway, so, I mean, I don't know what you are. What are you like? I guess you're in the middle. You don't like being dominant, but you said go make me a sandwich. So you want to be dominant.
No, it's not a dominant. Listen, this is not a dominating versus non-dominating thing. There's societal roles that men and women have that come from thousands of years of what works. Your ancestors knew what worked. They knew what worked. Men are physically stronger, they're larger, they're faster, and they're better at the physical activities. That doesn't mean that women shouldn't be honored in society, just like men should be honored. It just means that you each have a specific role to play. Women are the only ones who can breed. They're the only ones who can have children. Of course, they need to be honored. And men used to die to protect women. That was the type of honor that they gave to women. But that doesn't mean you put them up on a pedestal, let them put a chain around your neck, and you get on your fucking knees for them, man. Come on.
All right. You know, in one of the speed datings, Alex took, I think, an identical collar to this one, and he pretended to put it on a girl's neck. And she put her neck forward and pretended that Alex is putting on the collar.
Yeah, he told a joke. It's called a joke, bro.
Some
You know what a
people
joke?
don't
I mean, you know what a joke is, right? When people are kidding, when they're like
but
playing
to some
around with
people
each other.
that's- Some people it's not a joke. Some people that's real life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I get that there's always going to be a fringe minority for everything. You know what I mean? There's always going to be. There's always going to be.
Exactly.
But that's still sick. Just because they exist doesn't mean it's not sick. I mean, come on. Like, listen, let me ask you a question. I don't know what I call you. What do I call the dominatrix? What are we supposed to call you or refer to you as?
You can call me Queen.
Okay, well, I'll just call you Q. So, Q, I just got to know how many of these men who you have chains around their neck do you just have lots of respect for? Hold up a hand and show me the number.
They pay my bills.
How many of them do you have respect for?
I would be homeless without them.
How many of them do you have respect for?
I respect all of them for devoting themselves to me.
Are you sure you're not lying? Right?
Why wouldn't I respect them?
Well, I'm just curious. Are you ever going to get married to one of the men you have on a chain?
No, I wouldn't marry them. I'm not sexually attracted to them, but I respect them.
Right. So you wouldn't marry them, right? And why wouldn't you marry them?
Because I'm attracted to alphas.
Right. So wait. So you want to get dominated? Is that what you're saying?
In the bedroom, but I'm not making anyone a sandwich.
Well, what if they're really hungry?
They can order Uber Eats. I mean,
Yeah, and then a woman has to bring them a sandwich. You see?
Why do I
So
have to
either
bring 'em a sandwich?
way,
Why
a
can't-
sandwich is being brought by a woman, right?
Uber Eats is a woman.
Sure. Women work for Uber Eats. What do you mean?
I've never had a woman Uber Eats, but maybe that's just New York.
Maybe it is. So you just heard it there from the Q herself, right? She says, "Look, bro, she don't want nothing to do with no asshole on a chain on the ground." You know why that is? You know why that is, bro? I'll tell you why that is. It's because she's got 7,000 years of female DNA in her body screeching that she's young and needs to breed, right? And so she can't even help it. It's biology. Her biology is saying you need to breed with man who can protect, take care of, provide, not man on the floor talking into a camera, getting humiliated by some random asshole on the internet.
I don't know. You said you're an engineer. I don't know how much biology did you study. I mean, I don't know what you're basing what you're saying on. Honestly, I mean, I could say the reverse.
But I'm just basing it on what she just said, bro. What did she just say? She's attracted to what? Men on the chain on the floor? No, she says, I want alpha men, right?
Yeah, I've answered this before. I'm alpha. That's nothing to do with it. This is actually alpha behavior.
What? Well, then what's a beta look like if you're an alpha?
Like you.
That's what a beta looks like?
Exactly. If you study
so-
biology, if you study chimps in nature, you would see that you are beta. Yes.
So then, what's an omega look like?
I don't know what that is. I know alpha and
You
beta.
don't know what that is?
No, fill me in.
No. Well, I mean, an omega is supposed to be the perfect balance of all the personality types. See, the personality types that you're talking about, like alpha, beta, omega, zeta, all that shit, it was all postulated by a man named Vox Day. He was the one who came up with the social sexual hierarchy, at least in that way, right? Real smart guy. He still has a show over on D Live. And you see, what he knows is what all of us out here in reality land, he didn't have fucked up parents and don't sit on the floor in a chain, know, which is that generally speaking, really good looking women want men who are strong and financially successful and good looking. And ugly women also want the exact same thing. No shock to me, right? But maybe that might be a shock to you, that the person who's holding the chain wants nothing to do with you.
You don't know that. You only know what she said. You don't know what she actually
Well,
wants.
you don't believe women? I don't believe women either. So, I mean, we could have come to an agreement on that. You don't believe women?
Yeah, you know, it's in
You
general.
don't trust your queen, bro?
In general, you know, in science, you can quote your data. Your data is what she said. You don't know what she wants. She doesn't know what she wants. It's very difficult to come
Why
to
don't
a
you look at her?
conclusion.
Why don't you look at her and tell her what she wants, man? Look at her and tell her what she wants. You want to make me a sandwich. Just try it once. Just try.
I'll kill you.
I would rather. I wouldn't do it ever with anyone, with anyone, with any woman. Why would I do it?
I don't
Why
know.
would I
Is
do
there
this?
even supplies in that house to make a sandwich right now?
What?
No. Is there even the supplies there to make a sandwich right now?
He has a cell phone. He can order Uber Eats
After he cleans your house, right?
after he cleans my house. He can provide himself food. Men are hunters. They can hunt their own food, and they're
That's true.
providers. I mean,
I love it.
I wouldn't date a man that can't feed himself. I'm trying to date a man, not a boy that needs a mommy. I'm not someone's mommy.
Well, I mean, he clearly needs a mommy. He has all kinds of mommy issues. You heard him.
I know, but he is me.
Yeah, but I thought it's so. Once again, she affirms she never dated a man who has mommy issues. You're out of the ballpark, there, Mr. Slave.
We're not dating. He's my
That's what I
slave.
just said. I said you're out of the ballpark, right? You can't move in there because.
But he's
well,
happier as my slave. He doesn't want to date me. He wants to serve me.
Mm-hmm.
Even as her husband, even in my fantasy, one day I'll be her husband. I will still be on the floor wearing a chain, doing everything she asked me to do. A husband, in my mind, my fantasy, the perfect husband is a slave. And the perfect slave is a husband.
Hey, Q, can I ask you a question? And I it's going to be mildly offensive. I hope you don't. You don't have to answer it, but I'm just curious. Would you consider yourself a prostitute?
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
Do you only
I don't
go
have
ahead.
sex. I would never have sex for money. None of these clients have ever seen me nude.
So
He
it's not
doesn't even-
prostitution.
I don't even follow him on Instagram. He doesn't have my phone number.
Do you think it would be a better idea for him to just pay for a prostitute?
But he doesn't want sex. He wants to be treated like shit. A prostitute's going to give you attention. He doesn't want the
Don't.
attention.
Well, do you think that that's good, that these men want to be treated like shit?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but do you think it's good?
Okay.
Do you think it's good?
Do I think what's good? That
Do you
these
think
men
it's
do
good
this?
that these men want to be like, clearly that guy's mentally ill. Like,
I mean,
clearly he's mentally ill. You don't
I mean,
think
I don't.
you don't think you're playing a part in like perpetuating the horrific mental illness that this guy clearly had? Look at him. Just look at the fucking guy.
Actually, I think that if anything, it's healing because it's a type of therapy. Because if you knew, I'm not sure if you told them, about he had a rough childhood, and because of his childhood, he chooses to do this. It makes him feel better. This is what he believes in, so I'm doing good in the world.
Yeah, do you know that there's like a situation where like high school kids and middle school kids who are getting bullied and abused, they cut themselves, they like get a razor blade and they actually cut themselves?
This is so much better than cutting yourself.
Yeah, no. But would you say that it's good that those little kids are cutting themselves in order to cope with the horrific
No,
non-dealt with
not.
issues?
That's harmful. This is what he's doing is not harmful. If anything, it's helpful. Just like he's helping me, I'm helping him.
Okay, so back to my question though. You
Yeah.
would say that it's really bad for those little kids to be cutting themselves in order to cope with their trauma, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So would you say then that telling them that they should indulge in their trauma by continuing to cut themselves, you would say that that's bad, right?
I think. Why would I think that harm is good? No, harm is.
Yeah, right,
not,
right. So, but you're doing the
self-infliction
same
is not
thing.
good.
But you're
he's
doing the
not
same thing
harming
with
himself.
him.
He's so
You're-
happy. He's
Yeah,
playing with a puppy.
well, they're happy when they're cutting themselves too.
You sure? I feel like
Yeah.
they're in a lot of pain when they do that.
That's why they do it. They do it because it makes them happy. It's a way to like externalize the pain or something like this.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, we don't know anything about that. Let's bring it back. What's
Well,
your
no.
point?
I mean, she knows. Hang on. Don't cut off your queen. We're having a nice discussion. Sit there like a good boy while we finish our discussion. So I was just going to ask you.
No, but
since
you're talking about
Whoa,
something.
I can't believe you got to get him under control. He's out of control. You pull the leash a little bit.
He's my slave, not yours.
Okay, what you're talking about is outside the scope of this discussion. I don't know. You're talking
No,
about something.
it's totally pertinent. It's totally pertinent because what I'm asking her is if she thinks that feeding into your insane delusions would be akin to like telling a kid because it makes them happy to cut themselves to keep cutting themselves. I think she would say no, but she'll feed into her clients' crazy delusions because, well, after all, they pay her, right?
Look, if I asked her to cut me and I would enjoy being cut, then fine. Then again, I would ask, why do you care?
Why do I care?
Yeah,
why do I care about delusion? Why do I care about people who are clearly mentally disturbed and their delusions are being fed into?
Stop with the name calling. Why?
This isn't name calling. This is me.
Whatever. Why do you care? What happens here? Why do you care?
Because it has a greater impact on society. That's why.
How does
I've
this
explained
influence?
It. Look, I've already explained this multiple times, but I'll explain it again. Okay.
Okay. Explain the mechanics. No. Answer this question. How does this influence the universe? How does this influence the universe?
So when you have a bunch of mentally deranged lunatics running around who are seeing dominatrixes and are on a chain and on the floor, I tend to think that those are the types of people who could probably do the greatest amount of harm to society, to be perfectly honest with you. Maybe they end up being the next person who goes onto a schoolyard full of kindergartners. You know what I mean?
How is this harmful to society? Answer the question.
I just did.
I'm asking you this many times. You're refusing.
And I'm telling you this many times, and I'll tell you this again.
No, you're not answering the question. You're refusing to answer the question, Alex.
Wait, hang on. I think I understand what Andrew's saying. So let me just try to sum it up, and Andrew can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Because you're going to end up with heads in your freezer. That's what I'm saying.
So,
Heads
Andrew,
in your freezer.
Wait,
right?
hold on a second. So Andrew, the reason that you think this is a larger issue is because you feel that people who are in Mr. Slave's shoes are more likely to commit like bad acts towards others.
Yes, of
Why did
course.
he commit any bad acts? He's
Well,
not harmless.
that's an argument, Slave.
He's literally what? He's literally he's playing with a little puppy.
If I ever commit a crime, you can judge me. What you're doing is pre-crime.
No. I mean, what I'm doing is prejudging and saying that due to the mental faculties that you clearly don't have or possess, the chances that you're going to do something fucking insane, I'm going to put really high on the lunatic Richter scale. So my concern is that your Q over there, one day you're going to open up your freezer door and she's going to be staring at you. It's just her body's not going to be there, just her head. That's my fucking concern, bro. Like serious concern is that you're going to go all Jeffrey Dahmer on some people.
Okay. In other words, you don't have an argument. All you have is pre-crime. I can say the same thing about anyone. It's total nonsense.
No, you can't. You see, there's profiles for people. You realize this. There's profiles for people. See, when people are really fucking disturbed, there's trends in the things that they do, and there's trends in their actions, right? Just like if you were to look at like serial killers like Jeffrey Dahmer and people like this, what does it start with? A fucked up childhood. They get into all kinds of weird ass Dom shit, strange pornography. And then what happens? Next thing you know, heads in the freezer, right? I mean, come on. Why wouldn't I suspect that somebody as abnormal as you, who is psychopathic enough to sit on the floor in front of a camera and allow a woman to put a chain around your neck, isn't a complete psychopath?
So when Alex pretended to put the chain, and when Alex does basically the same.
Joke. Yeah, he's making fun of you.
No. It was not a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke.
It was pickup. And Alex, if you follow Alex's channel, you will see that Alex is
Mr. Slave. Andrew is not the biggest fan of mine either. He's not like a pickup reporter, just to clarify that. So
I don't have a problem, but
you would be pretty critical of some of the shit I do too.
Right, but Andrew is not critical of Alex BDSM, but Andrew is critical.
Oh, you're talking to the wrong guy. Very critical of Alex in almost every aspect you could ever imagine, privately and publicly, by the way. But he's still a likable guy. I enjoy talking with him. But here's the thing, brother, just so you understand, what he was doing is called a joke. It's a joke. What you're doing right now is called, I don't even know what it's called. It's called like fruitcake gymnastics, some kind of, there's something going on upstairs that ain't correct. Let's put it that way.
Wait, but Alex is my mirror image. Alex is also into BDSM, but he's male dominant. So would you say the same about Alex? One day we're going to find Natty's head staring back at us from the freezer. Would you say the same thing?
No.
Why not?
Because clearly Alex is in charge, at least in some degree, of his own mental faculties. Where's the chain around Alex's neck, Mr. Slave?
No, Alex puts chains around women's necks. Alex is my mirror image.
Yeah, he does, huh? So he follows the natural order of the universe. That's what you're saying. I'm kidding. Look, let's back up. So I want to engage with this in good faith. Why is Alex not a psychopath? And chances are good that you're likely going to be a psychopath and he isn't. Because he doesn't come from a broken home. He doesn't have fucked up parents like you did. He's not sitting on camera humiliating himself in order to get some type of mental gratification out of it. And not only that, he seems to be very emotionally stable and can at least make some kind of coherent argument for why it is that he believes the things that he does. You, on the other hand, are just like, I'm just trying to drive down stigma so that people won't judge me so hard for being fucking batshit crazy.
Okay, so you're saying, but Alex is sane and has all his mental faculties, yet my slave here is a brain researcher.
Wait,
And
I'm sorry. He's a
tries
what researcher?
hard. He's a brain researcher. He has multiple residences. He has all his faculties there. He's a very well established person in society. He's not a serial killer.
Yeah, but I mean, what does his profession, like Jack the Ripper was a doctor, right? I mean, what is his professional capacity have to
He's
do
not
with the
hurting
fact?
anybody.
Well,
But he's
yes.
not.
And by the way, I think he is hurting somebody. He's just hurting himself.
But how does that affect anybody else?
Well, the same
mean,
way that
you're hurting-
the same
I mean,
way.
you're-
Well, wait, the same way that the kid cutting themselves affects somebody else.
Let me let
Like,
you talk because you're more important than me.
that's true. I am, but I'll yield the floor back over to you.
Wait, yeah, let's let her. You made a pretty good point. You made a long point. Let's let them respond. Go ahead.
I don't remember what I was saying.
An amazing point. You keep hurting me and us.
That's not even what I was going to say, though. You're saying that, okay, so there you go. See, you're upset that he's hurting himself, but you're hurting yourself right there. You're smoking cigarettes. That's harmful to yourself. Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. It's different. You're hurting yourself internally, and he's too, mentally. It's the same thing. How is that different?
So I'll explain the difference.
Please.
It is true that cigarettes are a nicotine delivery system, and that I am addicted to nicotine, and that addiction, and that addiction is bad. We'll both agree that addiction is bad, but we're also going to have to agree that even though you're addicted to cigarettes, that in no way impairs your mental faculties whatsoever. And there's certainly a difference in degree between what happens being addicted to cigarettes versus postulating yourself on a chain, on a camera, wearing a gimp mask, playing with a puppy, and hoping that a woman takes enough pity on you that one day she just might show you a little bit of her nipple, right? Like just a little. Like this is the difference, and it's night and day. Clearly, everybody can see it, right? Am I way off base here, Q?
Okay, but who are you talking to? You're saying both clearly everyone, but who's agreeing with you?
So you wouldn't agree? You wouldn't agree with me that there's no difference between being addicted to nicotine and literally sitting on the floor, having a chain wrapped around your neck and playing with a puppy? You would consider these to be equal on the scale of mental detriments?
No, I don't think that there makes a difference, because I think that harm is harm. Well, if you're saying that what he's doing is harm, I mean, I don't necessarily agree that what he's doing is harmful to himself.
Well, I mean,
wait, Andrew, let her finish her point. Go ahead.
Just like some people, they'll drink alcohol. Are you going to go over to the bar and then berate them and tell them, oh, you're a menace to society because you're hurting yourself in public, or this is terrible that you're harming yourself? No.
Yes.
Well,
actually, not only is the answer yes, but we have laws on the books that you can't be. Are you allowed to be intoxicated in public?
You're not allowed to be intoxicated.
Right? Why not?
I don't know, but there are bars and people do it.
Don't you think that the reason is because if you're significantly mentally impaired, that you're a danger to yourself and other people, and that's why you're not allowed to be intoxicated in public?
But then why do they let you drink in public? It's just like
well, they don't let you drink in public. That's why you can't be intoxicated in public. That's my whole point.
That's what a bar is.
No, bar's not in public. That's a private establishment.
Oh my goodness!
And you're going from the private establishment to a private vehicle to your private home. It's true. It's true. Hang on.
He doesn't He doesn't walk around the streets with a leash.
Well, wait. Just hear me out. What you're doing is you're making non-analogous arguments. Okay. What I'm asking you specifically is, let's pretend for a second you had a child. The child's 5 years old, and the child likes to burn their hand. They just get a huge amount of enjoyment out of burning their hand. Would you continue to let the child burn their hand because they enjoyed it?
That's a silly question.
Why?
First of all, you're comparing a 5-year-old who doesn't even have their brain fully developed. They can't make decisions like that on their own.
Okay. Now, how about a
This is a
20-year-old?
grown-ass man. He's making his
Yeah, how
own
about a 20-year-old who just likes to burn their hand? Would you think that they were okay in the head?
No, that's just a mentally unstable
Thank you.
teenager.
Thank you. Thank you. Because
he's
it's
a grown-
totally abnormal. Wait, and
This
why
is
do
a
you think
grown
it's
man.
well, that's a grown 20-year-old who's burning their hand, right? And you said that that's abnormal behavior. You would clearly consider this abnormal behavior, right?
He's not inflicting any harm on himself.
So what if it's
Whoa.
abnormal?
Come on. He's not inflicting any harm on himself.
Wait, abnormal is just, out of the norm statistically. Why do you care whether I am statistically out of the norm or not? Why do you care?
Well, let me explain. Let's pretend for a second that you're a psychiatrist or a psychologist. If you were going to make a determination whether or not somebody was mentally ill, do you think that you would look for normal behavior or abnormal behavior?
Wait, what?
If you were a psychologist or a psychiatrist,
Okay,
psychiatrist.
you
No, it's not complex. It's not complex. Let's just say a
no.
psychologist. Look, you're just a psychologist.
No,
And you were gonna determine.
Hang on, Mr. Slave. Let him finish his point. Go on.
And you were going to
Oh, but
determine
he
if somebody's
Alex,
mentally ill. Would you look for normal or abnormal behavior, Mr. Slave? Which thing would you look for?
No. I didn't even listen because I'm not listening to you because you keep coming up with these
Stop yelling.
hypotheticals. Stop with the hypotheticals. I'm asking you again.
Oh,
This is well.
that's the point, though. Let's not even talk about hypotheticals. Let's talk about reality and truth and what is real, what is here right now.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at what's real right now. Would you agree, Q, that that's abnormal behavior?
Oh,
No, because I see this every day.
You do, but would you agree for most people it's abnormal behavior?
I mean, the same thing that goes with everything. You can't.
Well, no, I mean like eating a cheeseburger is not abnormal behavior, right?
I mean, it is for vegetarians. I mean, it is.
No, it's not even abnormal for vegetarians to see people eating a cheeseburger.
Okay, well, it depends on where you go in the country.
No, it doesn't depend. Anywhere in the country, nobody's going to be wigged out by the fact people are eating cheeseburgers, right?
It's cheeseburgers.
Nobody's going to be upset that anybody's
I feel
eating
like-
a cheeseburger. Nobody's going to be wigged out or think it's
We're
abnormal.
generalizing again, though. Let's talk about what's here. No one's eating
Well,
cheeseburgers.
if I get specific, you go, it's not fair. And then if I generalize, you say that's not fair. I don't, how am I supposed to make an argument? What am I supposed to do here, guys?
You don't need to make an argument. You need to just agree that you're wrong, and that you need to just accept that there are other kinds of people and other kinds of ways of being in the world than the way that you are comfortable with.
Dominatrix.
Hang on. Let me address this real quick, Alex. Do you think that being a serial killer is wrong?
Again.
Q, hang on. Just hang on.
Stop.
Q, being a serial killer is wrong, right? You would agree with that, right?
I didn't hear what Alex said. What did Alex say?
Okay, what I was going to say is you have to make a case for why you think that Andrew is wrong. So you have to present an argument.
Well, hang on, Alex. I'd like this answered. Q, would you say being a serial killer is wrong?
Yes, of course.
Well, you just need to accept that there's other people who live a different lifestyle, and you just need to accept that that's okay because there's just different people all over the place. And that's okay. We just need to accept them, right?
But that's different.
Right.
It's
Now you're getting it.
because serial killers are harming people. Fetishes don't harm people.
Oh, I disagree.
If anything, it's the opposite. Who are they harming? You? Because it's disturbing your
wait a
eyes? I'm
second.
sorry, sir.
Does he watch pornography? He said that
And
he
that's
did.
his business. It doesn't
And
matter.
this
How does
is
it
the
affect
type
you?
of. Well, wait. People have to make the pornography, right?
Yes, so
And don't you think that sex work is harmful to women?
it's their choice.
But don't you think it's harmful to them?
I mean, again, that's relative to the situation. To some people, they're not mistreated and they just need to pay their bills, and so maybe they're being treated really nicely.
So, do you think it's harmful? Do you think it's harmful or no? Which would you fall on?
Okay.
Okay, do you watch porn?
No,
You don't watch porn?
no,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't.
So, well, there's all kinds of porn. There's straight porn, there's gay porn, there's fetish porn. So you're saying all kinds of porn is not good?
Yeah. Well, you know what pornography does? It rewires a person's brain. it makes it harder and harder for them to climax. So what ends up happening is people become more and more dependent on pornography. They actually have to graduate to harder and harder forms of pornography in order to reach climax. And this rewiring has caused massive detriments in society. There's huge studies on this. Even progressives agree that this is true because there's really no way not to. If you just look at how pornography rewires men's brains, it's insane. It's like nothing anybody's ever seen before in human history.
That's why women are superior, because we don't watch porn.
Women do watch porn.
Do they?
And it rewires their brains.
How do you know? Are you a woman?
No, I just have the
I
data.
don't judge. Maybe you are. I don't care.
I just have the data.
You have the data?
Yeah.
How do you have data?
Because scientists make data and I read it. So
but
like,
more
what they do is they pull
women.
So how it works is they pull people. They just call people on the phone and they're like, "Hey man, do you watch porn?" Yeah.
But,
well, how often do you watch porn? 3 times a week, right? And then they ask them things like, "Okay, has it become easier or harder for you to climax since you've been watching porn?" And then they do neurological studies, and then they do personal. There's just hundreds of studies on this. It's insane.
Okay, fine.
And what you end up with is the same result over and over again, which is this.
About porn.
What's that?
I said, fine, you have stupid statistics about porn.
Yeah, stupid. Those dumb scientists. The same thing that you said gave that guy credibility.
But what does that have to do with people living different lifestyles than you do?
Well, I mean, you said the serial killer is wrong because even though he's just living a different lifestyle and you base it on harm. So if I can indicate there's a harm being done, then he would have to agree with me it's bad, right?
So you're saying it's bad because it's harmful to him?
Yeah. And well, it's also harmful to you.
To me?
Yeah.
How?
Well, so you think of these people as being like a wallet that fill your purse, right?
No, he does my laundry.
Yeah. Okay, so these are all men who give you stuff. But you see, the wall comes very quickly for women. And what happens when you're in your 20s versus when you're in your 30s versus when you're in your 40s?
You're no longer beautiful.
Oh. Why would
that happens quick.
No, but there's ways.
And then what skill are you going to fall back on?
He told me he loves me forever.
Yeah. Are you gonna put dominatrixing on your resume?
What?
I bet when you're serving sandwiches at the Arby's, they'll let you in because you put dominatrix on the resume.
You're gonna have to find a job in something else.
I mean, that's a fair point, but I do have a regular job.
Right. Well, so here's the thing.
Again, I don't think that I'm being hurt by this.
Yet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 50-year-old cat ladies who say the exact same thing.
Is he saying I'm gonna be a cat lady?
Yeah.
Chances are high.
Okay.
What?
Okay, so I mean about the detriment effects of this. So some men choose to pay when it comes to paying. So now we're stepping into the realm of science of economics.
Okay.
So when a man pays for this service, he chooses to pay for the service. And when a woman chooses to accept money and deliver the service, so economically speaking, based on economic theory, so the man is better off. He chooses to pay the money and receive the experience, the service, and the woman chooses, right? She prefers the money over the time, over the energy, and she gives the service. So both parties are better off. Hence, the universe is better off. Why do you care that the universe is better off? The universe, I just proved mathematically that the universe is better off. But you're sitting there upset. Why do you, right? So I just proved mathematically the universe is better off.
Well, you didn't prove anything mathematically.
I'll do it again. Do it again. Okay, it's a mathematical proof. This is basic economics, basically introduction to microeconomics.
Now it's microeconomics?
No, it's microeconomics. Yeah, preference. This is introduction to microeconomics, preference, you know.
Okay, Mr. Slave, go ahead. Explain your equation.
Okay, so we have two people, right, alone, conducting a business transaction. So the man prefers to hand over the money and receive the experience, and the woman prefers to receive the money and deliver the experience. So both parties are better off. Hence, the universe has been made happier by this transaction.
So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you validate this as being okay because it's two consenting adults, and what they're doing is they're just making a simple transaction, and since they're in full control of their bodies, that makes the transaction legitimate and okay?
No, I just proved mathematically that this transaction makes the universe a better place.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. What about selling your kidney? Should you be able to sell a kidney?
Okay, I just proved that this transaction makes the universe a better place.
So would selling your kidney make the universe a better place?
Okay, I just proved mathematically that this transaction makes the universe a better place.
So what's the mathematical formula?
I just went through the proof. I went through the proof. I'll go through the proof again. I'll go through the proof again.
Well, give me the numbers.
It's just preference. Preference theory doesn't have numbers. It's just preference.
Okay, so it's just preference. So if my preference was to sell my kidney,
okay. This is based on basic economic theory. I'm just employing basic economic theory.
Me too.
Basic logic.
Basic economic theory. The demand for your kidney is high. The demand for your kidney is high. What the fuck?
The universe has been improved.
What the hell?
The universe has been improved because of what you see in front of your
Oh, yeah,
eyes.
I can see. The universe has certainly been fucking improved by what I'm seeing right now, boy.
Oh, shit. There's another one.
So
Wait,
what I'm seeing right now is it's nuttier than a squirrel turd, just so you understand, right? So she just drug in one of your fellow simps or gimps or whatever you want to call him, and it looks like he's wearing a ball gag or something similar. Can you tell me again how the universe is vastly improved by what I'm seeing right now?
Happy.
Exactly.
Dominatrix, can we have them fight it out?
No, they're both very nice people. They're happy.
Okay,
they're happiest the way they are. This is what makes them happy.
Exactly. And her happy.
I'm a therapist.
Exactly.
I have so many things I want to add to this combo, but it wouldn't be fair. If
Well, then dunking on all you guys makes me happy, right? So that's okay then.
Fantastic. The universe is a better place.
I just can't even fathom it, man.
Wait, is there more slaves? Is there like a factory of them?
I mean, right now there's just two.
Okay. You should breed them and see if they multiply.
Does your ball gag slave behind you have anything he wants to add to the conversation?
He is a gagging.
Hey, can you do me a favor and ask him how his relationship with his parents was?
Okay, I took his gag out.
What's the question?
Ask him how was your relationship with your mommy and your daddy?
Healthy.
Healthy.
Oh, really? Healthy.
How's yours?
Are you sure it was healthy?
How's yours?
Mine's great. Well, very well adjusted. Very good parents. Very nice. Very kind people.
Give her the phone.
I'm trying. She doesn't want it.
Just give
Maybe
it
she's
to
hungry.
drop it and give it to her.
Why? So why is the gimp behind you all in white?
He's
My favorite colors.
he likes pink.
Do you color code them for like ease of reference, or they're like
That was choice.
there's a white
No,
one,
it's their,
black one,
their
a blue
choice. They pick their outfits. I don't pick their outfits.
Self choice.
one? Okay.
They pick their outfits.
So if your relationship with your parents is healthy, I just wondering.
I'm not in front of my parents right now.
Well, I get it, but what if you were? Would you feel just a little bit of shame if your mommy saw you like you are right now?
Have you ever done anything that you've never been ashamed of?
Of course I have.
Yeah, the problem with you.
Yeah, but I don't continue to do those things.
I've heard you speak for 3 minutes as I walked in. The problem with you, my friend, is that you think you're the smartest guy in every room you walk into, and you're not.
Just the smartest guy in this room.
Yeah, well, there's 2 people in that room that you're in. I'm not even looking at it.
Well, and there's only one person, so you're already wrong. See why I'm the smartest person in this
So
room?
I gave you too much credit. I gave you too much credit, my friend. You are the smartest person. You are the smartest person in the room you're in.
Right. That's my whole point.
In a room of 1.
Right. That's my whole point. Get the joke now?
So I've been here for 3
It was a
minutes.
great fucking joke, and you ruined it. You ruined it, Gimp. Ruined it. Let me ask you, if your mom saw you right now, would she be impressed?
You know what? I'm hauling a horse. I'm not afraid of anything.
Yeah, okay, but if your mom saw you right now, would she be impressed?
I'm experimenting my sexuality. Nobody gives a shit about it.
Not even your mom?
Dude, do you make every decision in life about what your mommy says? That's your problem.
I mean, I would
What's your mommy say?
I would possibly
what is
look
your
at the
mommy proud
shame
of you?
factor. I'd
Do you make
possibly
every
look at the
decision
shame
that- do you
factor
make-
of
Do you make
bringing
every
home a
decision in your life about what your
dominatrix.
mom says? Is your
I'd
mommy proud of
possibly-
you?
I would possibly look at the shame factor of bringing a dominatrix home to mommy. Yeah.
You know what, my friend?
I don't go home with these.
We're,
Good.
most of the people that are with the dominatrix are more intelligent, more cultured, more sophisticated, more articulate, probably wealthier, and happier than you are. So you can continue being the smartest guy in the room of 1. for the
I
rest of your
can't.
life.
I just want to let you know, sir.
You can
I
let me know
can't
anything you
wait
want.
to
Keep going.
clip you on your knees with fake breasts in white with a blindfold on, talking and
you know
preaching
what?
at me.
And let me tell you something.
Okay, I can't wait
on
to
my
do that.
knees in fake breasts with a blindfold, and I've undressed you entirely.
Oh man,
You're the bitch.
you wrecked me bad. I don't
You're
even
the
know where I
bitch.
go from here.
You're the bitch. I'm blindfold. I know you look like it. I'm not impressed. Imagine if I were dressed up in my normal work clothes outside the street. I wouldn't even fucking know you were there.
Look at him. Look at him go. Keep going, man.
Andrew, what? Andrew.
Oh, Andrew.
This is a brain researcher here on the floor.
That's like
Andrew-
you're hurting my sides, man. You're hurting
Andrew,
my sides.
all you're doing,
You can afford to lose them, from what I hear.
Yeah,
Andrew,
oh, yeah.
all-
No, you got to look at yourself, and you call
Okay,
somebody
Andrew.
a loser. It's-
Okay, Andrew, all you're doing, right? The universe is happier with this transaction transpiring, but you're upset.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Hold on. But you're upset that the universe is happier. So all you have to do, all you need to do is just get us upset. You see, you're making the universe upset.
Look, Andrew, right? Am I right? Drew? You right, Drew?
He's calling me queen.
You're a big swing dick, Drew.
Dominatrix.
I'll take that label. Go ahead.
Wait, does the one in white also, will he bark like a dog, or that's
He's in pink.
Oh,
And
pig.
he'll do what I want him to.
Can you get him to bark like a dog?
Bro,
Don't do what he says.
I do what I want.
No, you don't.
Oh, he does what he wants
That's
with
good.
his tit suit on. Are you gonna take that from him?
Yeah, dominatrix, put him in his place.
Stupid.
All right, I'll shut up now.